Sarabande from the Suite in D minor by Robert Duvissé, court guitarist to Louis XIV. Now I'm going to play a few etudes by Fernando Sor, who was, besides being Fernando Sor, Beethoven's guitar teacher.
Well, take the break and tell us about it.
Okay, that was the three of the concert study pieces by Fernando Sor from the Book of 20 of Andres Segovia's publication. There are the studies number 6, in D major, number 5 in B minor, number 1 in C major from the Book of 20. The whole Book of 20 is popularly used as concert repertoire.
Oh, really?
Every one of them, yeah.
For guitar?
For guitar. Though, as you and I have talked about it before, Fernando also was a master of other instruments. He was the court organist at Weimar in between Schumann, Liszt, and Mendelssohn at the same bench that was used by Bach a century before them.
Wow. Wow. So quite the boy, this guy.
Oh, this guy was a boy. He was the liaison captain in Napoleon's army. Married a Russian countess because they were covering the place like wallpaper at the court, waiting for roving minstrels to liberate them from their wallflower order.
Wow. Well, that would be about normal.
He gave birth to a daughter. The wife wasn't there at the time.
Oh, right. Historically, have you always been a classical guitar player?
Yeah.
You never played anything else, or?
That's right. That's right. That's true.
You have never played electric guitar for a rock and roll band in the 60s, or?
Only in the first year of my playing did I do that with the local kids, because I was working on my technique, and I'm self-taught.
You're self-taught?
Totally self-taught.
Totally self-taught. You never studied with Segovia or any of them?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but I studied for 1 month of master class with Segovia's assistant, Olivio Diaz, from Venezuela. So that's, something in that order, that idea.
And so you taught yourself how to play this thing, huh?
Yep.
That must have been tough.
It's a pleasureful work.
Well, I understand a pleasureful work,
It's challenging, but the amount of ambition and reward.
So how did you do it? Did you just practice scales all the time and move from scales into, or did you go directly to listening to the piece of music and playing it?
I never listened to the piece of music. I played from the music.
You play it from the music.
I recreate it myself with the composer. I never am interested in another performer's slant.
On the music?
Very rarely. In the greatest number of cases, that influence will be deleterious to the situation of finding the composer and giving him a good treatment.
You just look at the piece of music and say, oh, and make your fingers do what it's supposed to do.
That's right. I've got the physical mental dialogue of the compositions and the instrument, so that I can create something that will be, even at the first reading, very familiar with the architecture and intentions of the art of whatever contemporary.
Can you hear it in your ear when you look at the piece of paper?
At this time now, I'm a composer without instrument, and I can write you a string quartet in any key in a very short time at a desk while eating lunch.
And you actually hear it?
Yes, I hear it out loud, enough to re-register it if I want to. Essay. I was reading through a book of symphonies at the library, and I was interested in the cello section at the bottom staff of this score. And I said, gee, what if it went like this? And I just started hearing it out loud. The cello part changed. Very loud. Now, exactly the volume of my voice now.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
And that's self-taught, but that's what all of the old composers did. They all could hear that clearly.
And most composers today can hear that clearly.
Most composers today are garbage. They can't hear anything, they can't see anything, they can't write anything. It's that the support groups of music, the conservatory, the institute, the Pops Orchestra Bandstand, and the subscription concert, which all of these kind of things have become the highly expensive societal way in which music is cornered as a merchandise. And this...
So it's amazingly then it harks back to if you watched your Amadeus play, right. That's exactly what Amadeus was saying the whole time. I'm this person over here, and I can do all this, and the court man who got paid the big bucks
was garbage.
Was garbage.
Right. Well, what it is garbage years by garbage tunes and garbage years don't spend their time on worshiping truth or hope or goodness.